Hi, my name is Clevenger, and this is my yoga class that I named Grounded and Relaxed Flow. So it's basically about being in tune with your breathing and your body and being able to just take your time, feel grounded with the earth, and just be able to relax. It's very beginner friendly for people that don't do yoga a lot. And yeah, so let's just get started. So first we're going to start by taking some time to ground our feet into the earth and just take a few steady breaths, breathing in and hold and breathing out. Do that a few times, and then we're going to start with our mountain pose. So now that we already have this mindset of getting our feet grounded, we're going to have our hands out, feeling the air, touch our fingertips, maybe wiggle them around a little bit. Keep breathing in and out. We're going to move onto our forward fold. So, forward fold, we're going to do kind of a half bend, folding over, letting our arms dangle, still keeping our feet grounded, but letting our arms just dangle, feel super relaxed, no tension, no tension. Now from here, we're going to move into a half lift. So we're in our forward fold now. I'll go to the side to show you the side angle. If you can't straighten your knees all the way, it's good to have a little bend in them, kind of feel the ground with your hands if that's possible. And we're going to move into a half lift. With this, we want our back flat, we want our face down, our hands resting slightly above our knees, not putting too much pressure, but just kind of enough to where you can relax, but still kind of feel some stretches in your hamstrings right here. So now from here, we're going to go down into a plank. Going to walk our hands down slowly down the mat, our feet down slowly. We want our body to be straight. We don't want any high butts. We want super straight backs. Kind of feeling some tension in your core there. But again, it is still very relaxed. Still focus on your breathing. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel the mat against your hands, against your feet, really grounded into the earth. Now from here, we are going to move into downward dog. So I just want you to walk your feet up slightly, as high as you can possibly go. If you can get your feet flat, that's great. But you can see right now my back is a little rounded, so I like to put my feet out a little further. Maybe my heels aren't completely on the ground. That's okay. But ideally, you want to get to a point where your heels can be on the ground, really feeling that earth. Head aligned with your arms, not up like this. Again, still staying focused on that breath, breathing in and breathing out. Now from the downward dog, we are going to move into low lunge. So we are going to put our right leg out because we are doing right leg lunge. We're going to put our right leg out. And since this is low lunge, we're going to lift and have our hands out in front of us like this or like this, just to have a good moment to balance. This does work some of your muscles a little bit, but it's also an opportunity to breathe and just stay grounded with the earth and super relaxed. Now from there, we are going to go to warrior one. Warrior one, just like this. Just going to straighten your legs a little bit more. Kind of get in this position right now where we're not so much using our muscles, but we're still feeling that stretch and we're still feeling grounded with the earth. From warrior one, we're going to move onto warrior two. I'm sorry if you can't hear me well, but I need to be facing this way. My head is in line with my arm. I'm not facing away from my arm. I'm facing towards my arms, the direction I want to be going. This back foot should be slightly to the side, not completely straight. So you're feeling a stretch, but it's not too intense. And again, you're having that relaxed, steady movement and flow. So now from warrior two, we are going to go to triangle pose. I'm going to actually shift my body so you can see me, but ideally you would want to be facing, this way. But for triangle pose, I'm going to have my legs in a triangle position, go out. And so we are going to do the right now. We're going to do the right motion. I want you guys to go and reach over to your right leg, touching the ground if you're able. If you need to, kind of have your hand rested on your knee, whatever flexibility level you are at. But again, just feeling that stretch, especially in that hamstring, now a little bit into that calf. Taking time to breathe. And it should be relaxing and help you calm down not only your mind, but your body. So now from right triangle pose, we are going to move into right triangle pose, and then we are going to move into wide leg forward fold. So just as the forward fold before, This is going to be wide leg forward fold. So you should be able to actually get your hands even further down. So you're just going to walk your hands over to the center of your mat, kind of between your feet. If you can have a slight bend in your arms, that's great. Don't put too much tension anywhere, even if you can't. Try to release all tension, taking time to breathe. That really helps. Get deeper into this stretch, get deeper into this pose. Breathing in, holding, breathing out. So now, from the folded or wide leg forward fold, we're going to move into low lunge left. So before we were starting with our right leg, leading with our right leg. Now we're going to lead with our left leg. So I'm going to slowly make my way up, shift this way, and go into a low lunge. Arms out if you need it for balance. If not, you can have them here, resting at your side, or up here. But that's kind of the warrior two pose. But just kind of feeling, you're working, you're stretching those hip flexors, but you're also grounding your feet into the earth. Really feeling, you're working some muscles, but you're feeling relaxed as well. So now from the low lunge left, you're going to go to warrior one left. So now you're going to just shift your back foot up maybe a little bit, kind of have this foot out. Like I said, you don't want to stretch too much now, but instead kind of relieve some of that tension by breathing, but also by just shifting that foot placement. You're going to have warrior one position. Then you're going to go to warrior two. Again, we're not looking this way. We are looking toward the direction of our arm. Right now we are shifting to the left side of these different poses. So we just did the right, now we're in the left. Left should be leading, making sure to breathe in, hold, breathe out. Now from warrior two left, we are going to shift to triangle pose left. So by doing this, we're going to shift our feet forward, and then we're just going to make our hands down to our feet, the ground, or maybe your knee. Again, whatever flexibility levels that you are able to do. Just breathing through this stretch or this pose. Doing right now, triangle pose left. Now from triangle pose left, we're going to make our way to child pose. So by doing this, I want you to breathe, kind of come to the center of your mat, feel the ground, come up, and we're going to go down. To go to child pose, a little transition I like to do is go to downward dog, kind of feel the stretch a little more, then go into child's pose. Now what's important about child's pose is you're not resting too far on your feet, your butt is slightly up. For me, that helps me get the stretch over on the back of my back and my lats a little bit. So I'm going to go into child's pose for a while. My forehead is touching the ground. I'm really letting the extension of my arms kind of ground myself and give this stretch for me. And through this stretch, I don't know if you can hear me very well with my head down, but I'm breathing in. And now as you breathe out, really get deeper into the mat. So now from child's pose, we are going to make our way into cobra. So you want to slightly lift your back up, kind of into a tabletop position, but instead we're going to put our feet down, making sure our feet aren't super tense like this, but they're instead pointed, relaxed, and we're really just going to feel the stretch. You might feel it in your upper back, maybe your lower back. I just did some ab workouts this morning, so I feel it in my stomach. I feel it in my shoulders as well. But overall, it's really good to release a lot of tension in your back, especially with finals going on right now. There's a lot of tension in your back from sitting maybe in a chair for a long time. So this is just a great stretch to do, especially in the morning. Remember being grounded and breathing, and having that just relaxed flow. So now from cobra, we're going to move on to sphinx pose. So sphinx is a little bit different. It's a little actually more relaxed, and instead we're going to be kind of here. It's not, you don't feel it as much, stretching your back, but again, it's just having that flow from a really kind of a higher level stretch. Maybe if you're not as flexible, sphinx is very good for this, pose for that. And so from sphinx, we're going to move to the tabletop. We're going to put our hands back up into cobra, shifting our body weight up, going into this tabletop position, being really flat with our back, just like when we were doing the plank, except this time our knees are grounded into the earth, our toes are pointed, my hands are underneath my shoulders, they're not out far or back super far, they're right underneath my shoulders, and I'm just really embracing this moment to pause and reflect and think about my breathing in, holding, breathing out. Now from tabletop, we are going to do some cat-cows. I love this. Again, it's really good for your back, neck, releasing all that stress and tension that you might be holding from anything going on in your life. So first we're going to start with cat. Really arching that back up, feeling it really in your upper back, those upper back muscles. Really feeling the stretch. Then going down into cow, lifting that head up to get that full range of motion, to feel a good stretch back. Even right now, I kind of feel it in my shoulders, for my arms, but also in my lower back. So back into cat. Really taking time to remember your breathing. Stay relaxed. Head down. Opposite. Now into cow. Back down. Head up. Really getting that full curved motion. Now from the cat-cow, we are going to go into butterfly pose. So just shift into the middle of your mat. A lot of people have done this pose. I remember I used to do this when I was in gymnastics when I was little. And if you want, you can flap your butterfly wings, but I just like trying to get my heels as close to the middle of my body as possible. If you need to hold your feet kind of tight to kind of get that motion, maybe I'll show you from the side. Kind of lean forward a little bit to get a deeper stretch. But if you just want to stay relaxed, keep that back straight, hands on your feet. Honestly, if you want to do this, that's fine. It gets a little extra stretching. But try to get your feet as close to your body as possible and your knees as close to the ground as possible. Everybody's in a different position, but that's just good to do. Breathing to get deeper into that stretch. Breathing in, holding, breathing out. Now from butterfly pose, we are going to do seated forward fold. For this, I'm going to shift to the side, bring both of my feet out. You can have pointed toes for this or flex feet for this. It kind of just depends on how much you want to stretch. If you have flex feet, you might feel the stretch a little bit more, the back of your legs if your toes are pointed. You'll also feel a stretch, but you'll feel it on the top of your legs as well. I'm going to have my feet flexed, and I'm just going to start with my hands up, folding down in the seated forward fold. Kind of staying in this moment for a while. Do not push yourself too hard to where you pull something or it hurts, but really try to get deep into this one. This is a hard stretch for a lot of people, even me, and I stretch often. It's just important, just try to get as far down as you can, really taking time to breathe and stay relaxed. Now from seated forward fold, we are going to move on to supine twist. So I'm going to lift my arms back up, take a moment to breathe. Bring them back down. I'm going to lower my body flat onto my mat. Hopefully you can see me. I think you can. I'm going to have both arms out. Try to find a spot. I am kind of tight in my apartment, but find a spot where both your arms could be out. We're going to start with our right leg because that's kind of the theme of today. You're going to be lifting. Sorry, I have to shift my body a little. Your leg, you can keep it straight or slightly bent. And trying to, while keeping both shoulders on the ground, you can use your opposite arm, so right leg, left arm, to pull your body over if you need to. I like doing that to get a deeper stretch. If not, you don't have to use your arm, but it's definitely important to keep that opposite shoulder. So right now I'm using my right leg, I'm keeping my right shoulder on the ground, planted into the earth, so I really feel the stretch in this supine twist through my back. And again, really releasing stress and tension and just trying to feel relaxed. Now I'm going to move back into Savasana. Is that how you say it? Savasana. And then I'm going to switch with my left leg now. I'm going to bring it up slightly bit. Again, keeping now my left shoulder on the mat. Oh, my back popped. Your back might pop and that's okay. Using my arm to just get a deeper stretch and really taking time to breathe in. And breathe out, trying to get a little more deeper stretch with that breathing out. Now Savasana, I think that's how you say it, I always mess up the word. I'm going to go back into my mat, feel grounded into the mat, having my hands flat beside me, or you can have them facing up toward the sky. It really just depends on what's more comfortable. Everything is relaxed. Try to make sure there's no tension in your neck. You're not holding your jaw too tight. You're taking time to breathe in. Breathe out. Now this is a moment where you can really shut your eyes and think about things for a while, but for the case of this video, I'm going to end it here. But that is my yoga class on grounded and relaxed flow, being grounded into the earth, but also a relaxed flow through the poses. These are very common poses that a lot of people know, even if they don't do yoga very often. And yeah, I hope you like my class. Thank you.